Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. This match is going to be between Baxter and theZerg. Baxter, also known as Killer, and I believe his claim to fame is Gone TV versus Boxer. That was when Boxer fielded that Valkyrie, which really revolutionized Terran play since then. Everyone's like, whoa, you can use Valkyries that way. theZerg starting in the upper right-hand corner in orange, Baxter starting in the bottom left-hand corner in red. If you guys are confused, because these players don't get fielded all that often, theZerg is playing for SKT. Baxter is playing for Samsung Oz. And SKT, I'm not sure why they fielded Killer. I feel like they could have fielded other players. Even though this is not a very good map for Protoss, I think a lot of the players could take out the Killer easily on this map. Instead, they're, I guess, trying to get Baxter some in-pressure experience and kind of test his mettle sort of thing. This is a really good map for doing the 12th. Oh, really fast, though. Some people are like, hey, why are you doing these solo on Vile Attack? This is for triples and duels only. Yeah, it is, but it's a really important match, and we did do the finals live with triple and whatnot. I just want to make sure I get these out for people who wanted on my check video 1 if you're curious on things like that. Also, if you want the live audio that was done, it is at sc2g.com still. And otherwise, people who are asking about the Warcraft 3 commentator that joined in the cast, that is Freak. You can check out his stuff at wcreplays.com. He also has a YouTube channel with just a couple videos on it at freak/WR. So anyway, it looks like, interesting. We're going to see a 9-pool opening from theZerg, and I'm not sure that I like this build from theZerg, specifically because this is a, well, first of all, it's a ramped map, and if there was, I guess he's trying to catch, because, okay, let me back up here. Overlord first build. If there was ever a map I felt that was extremely strong for 12 hatch, it is this map. It is a 4-player map, and you have a protected secondary that you can go back behind the natural. Additionally, you have a ramp. Really, any sort of 12 hatch on a map without a ramp is almost near suicidal, because, I mean, you can't just fall behind. You can't castle a hatchery, get the units back. And it looks like, overpool, or I'm sorry, 12 hatch with gas and no gas on the opposite end for theZerg. So theZerg's going to have a real disadvantage in his build order here. Because first of all, even if he does produce the Zerglings, let's suppose that Zergling speed is upgraded on the opposite end by Baxter, which I don't think it will be. I think he's just going to go straight to lair. Yeah, he's going to be at a disadvantage that way. He's not going to have his smart units. It looks like, interestingly enough, Baxter is going to take his secondary. And additionally, he's going to be behind on layer tech altogether, and he's behind in drones. So he's kind of behind in all the 3 major categories. And on top of this, he's going to have to get lucky just to get his Zerglings in position, because off a 9-pool on this map, you really can't scout your opponent before because you don't have the crossing overlords at any stage. You have to get lucky. Looks like he's going to send them cross position. He's got 1 Zergling going to the upper left, and he's going to get a little bit fortunate here, and Baxter needs to save some larvae. Okay, let's see if he builds some Zerglings right here. This is right where he wants to start building them. I've seen a lot of players, Zerg players recently, get a little bit greedy, and when they're doing the 12th pool, they don't produce the Zerglings until the very last second. They end up having to build this. Okay, he is going to build a Sunken Colony instead, because it looks like he saw him in transition. He didn't save the larva. 2 drones going to go on the front line, try to create a little bit of time space. Only 5 Zerglings to fight off, though, instead of normal. He is going to lose 1, looks like, on the front door. 2 additional Zerglings, and there's the 4 popping, and that plus the Sunken Colony will be enough. And actually, with the drones will be enough. So interesting. So so Killer's still going to fall behind, because he did get the hatchery cancel. It's not going to make a difference, because it's going to be still a faster layer for Baxter. Additionally, Baxter has more gas overall. Looks like Killer, in the meantime, trying to take his own expansion to at least get a lead that way. And additionally, there was only 2 drones lost there. There was the Sunken Colony, and there was the drone on the front door, and a little bit of mining time altogether. Ultimately, Baxter's going to end up ahead overall, and it looks like he's going to put some pressure of his own against the Killer. And he's going to be in a great position either way, because even if he manages to, if he runs up, forces the Killer to produce a lot of Zerglings, he's going to have the Mutalisks right after to back it up a lot faster, and that's also going to keep the Killer from basically building Mutalisks a lot of, and it looks like he's in a good, continue to produce Zerglings. So it looks like he's really going to try to get it done on the ground. He's going to wait the last second on that Spire to produce the couple Mutalisks in the air, and a lot of Zerglings actually here at the front door. I'm not sure that the Killer saw him in transition, and it looks like he's going to get that front door breach. The ramp is down. 3 Zerglings, 3 Zerglings and a drone. The drone not even there to help protect, and now the rest of the Zerglings pushing up in the field. Oh, and this is all lost mining time, if not the game here, because now you're going to see the Mutalisks flying in afterwards to really to end this altogether. And so, ouch altogether. So it looks like, I believe, so theZerg for SKT in orange, upper right-hand corner. Yeah, okay, I just wanted to double-check, make sure I had the teams right. It looks like Baxter is going to win this for Oz, give them a little bit of breathing space, even the match up. And that is going to put them in a pretty good position. Although the game's not over yet, it's still feasible that, well, you never know. So I'm not going to call it yet. Next is Fantasy versus Haya, and it's probable that Haya might be able to pull that game. Not very likely, though. And then after that, I think it's going to be a really critical match, Best versus Lomo. But, oh, man. Okay, a lot of Zerglings left here, but the Mutalisk should be on the way. The drone's trying to transfer. It really feels like Baxter controlled this game from top to bottom, I've got to say. Zergling, oh, a couple Zerglings getting lost to the north, but Killer has a lot of Zerglings out in the field. If he can clean up this little attack force and then run out with his, just run cross field, maybe do as much damage as he can underneath and try to get his own Spire built, he might pull out a win. But he's got to go now. Unfortunately, leave his base completely exposed. Actually, I think his best option might be to just dump everything, trying to get the evolution chamber up, but it's just too late. Mutalisk's already transferring. No, I'm sorry, Baxter has won this, and there's a second Sutton Colony being built, so there's no way that the Killer can win this match. Nicely played all together. I'm kind of confused again by the opening build order from the Killer going 9 pool on a map like this. I guess he was trying to get lucky and catch the 12 hatch, but nevertheless. So Spore Colony not even built yet, already getting hit by, wow, it's not even going to be able to, it might get 2 hits on these Mutalisks as it spawns. Ouch, 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 ouch. But this is good for Oz. Oz is going to make more of a match for this. Yeah, it didn't even last all that long. But unfortunately, these Sutton Colonies, plus the Mutalisks up above, there's nothing Killer can do. I expect as soon as these Zerglings are cleaned up, that should be GG. Mutalisks up above just raining destruction on these drones. More Zerglings trying to flood in, but against the 2 Sutton Colonies, it's just not going to be enough, particularly with the additional Mutalisks up above. So Baxter with a very nice victory. There's GG. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Going to move on to Haya versus Fantasy, and this is going to be really critical because we're even again, and this is one of those opportunities where I think Fantasy's the better player, but I wouldn't put it past Haya to steal one. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.
승리의 극적인 맛에다가 정의대 선수의 그 틈새의 묘미, 그걸 뚫어버리는 묘미까지 느낄 수 있는 그런 승부였습니다.
이런 정말 실제 상황에서 소름이 돋고 있는 이런 상황에 정명훈이 이제 창문을 뛰어줘야 될 인물을 가지고 나타났습니다. 그리고 그런 인물을 완수하기에 가장 적격인 선수가 정명훈이거든요. 여기서 그러나 구성훈이 정명훈을 뚫어줬다면, 이야, 이건 정말 사건이었습니다. 사건이에요.
아마도
이때
말씀하신 대로 정명훈 선수가 우리가 원래 강해하면서 확 도택명 이 시리즈 만들어버리면서 이겨버리면 그 분위기로 끝나겠지만 이재동 선수가 그렇게 되면 무슨 생각하겠어요? 오늘 내가 남아있는 선수 지금 3대1인데 제일 지금 땅을 치고 가슴을 뜯고 머리를 쥐어뜯은 선수는 이재동 선수예요. 근데